Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Sanders, and this is Watch Outside, the art and science of watch collection. Today, we're going to take a look at Adam's collection, and this was a little unusual. Adam and I met at the WatchTime Show in New York, and I was going to interview him, and he was going to tell me about his watches, and it was a comedy of errors, really. So finally, near the end of it, I said, what we better do, I'll take pictures of your watches, and we'll just have a regular little review. And but it's a mini review because Adam's collection is a little more expansive than this one, and I want to have time to talk a little about the WatchTime Show. It's sort of half one and half the other. Okay, so let's get started. Now, this collection, I think you're really going to like. The first one is a David Bethune blue, gorgeous, gorgeous watch. Uh, any of the, you may say, shortcomings of the appearance of the watches due to the photographer, namely me. Uh, we had been trying to do this and taking them out and putting them back, and everything else happened. So we finally, so the photographs may not be perfect, and but the watches are all just gorgeous, gorgeous watches in this collection. And this is just part of it, so that Adam brought to the show with him. Okay, this next one is an FP Journe Chronomet Blue. Beautiful, beautiful watch. And again, this picture of it doesn't do it justice. It has this tantalum case to it, that very tough case. Beautiful blue dial that changes colors in different environments, and it's a very difficult watch to get a hold of. Adam's story about how he got his is something like takes people years, and I think he got his in a few weeks. And it was just being nice to people. That was it. You'd be surprised sometimes, just being really nice, being considerate, and that's how you get moved up in the line. Somebody comes on, I'm really important, so I should have this watch. It probably doesn't work so well. Okay, so anyway, it's a gorgeous watch, wonderful one for a collection. This next one is E Longo Un Sonda. This one is absolutely beautiful. I love it. It's got the power reserve indicator up at 12 o'clock. This one, it's at 40 hours when it's wound up. It's 48 and then down to 0. And then at the bottom, there's a nice big small second, so big small second. Gorgeous watch. What can you say about it? It's really a beautiful watch. And again, like all of the other ones, they're just well chosen and just really beautiful. This next one is a Grand Seiko. I saw this. This watch is just really a very pretty watch. This has got the high beat, 36,000. Just I, I, I won't say what about high beats, but one thing I will say about them, they're probably one of the most accurate mechanical watches around. And this one is a real beauty. Grand Seiko has some of the most gorgeous dials, I think, of anybody. And this is certainly another one. Now, finally, I added this. This is a beautiful watch. This is a Rolf Lang Dresden Canatello, oh boy, and then a precise gray. And this is part of Adam's collection for this month, the month of November. And what happened was that at the WatchTime Show, this was passed sent from Howard to Adam, and I couldn't find Howard. I was worried, but anyway, it worked out well. He and Adam were able to make contact, and so was able to get the watch. So this is will be temporary part of Adam's collection until he passes it on to the next guy. Okay, let me talk a little about the WatchTime Show in terms of what a watch show is, for me anyway, and I think it can be for anyone. The first time I went to this, I was overwhelmed. Years ago, I went to, I think it was called the Pitti Palace Art Museum in Florence, Italy. And we've been going through all of these art museums in Florence, and there are quite a few. And the same thing is true in the Louvre, is that, you see this famous painting. It's the Louvre, you see the Mona Lisa. Where's the David, I think, is either in the Louvre or in Italy, one of those places. But it's just like one after another, after another, after another. And going to the WatchTime Show, not only do you see a lot of watches in person, but you see ones that they probably don't have a dealership in your town, that you won't see anywhere else. F.P. Journe was there. See who else? I can't say this right. Akiriva. All of these great watches, plus some of the bigger ones. Breguet was the very first one that I walked in, and the thing about a watch show like this is that when you start going what I call watch blind, you just one after another. And one of the things that's great about the WatchTime Show is that it gives you a chance to talk to the watchmaker. Carrie Wooten-Lonnen, for example, was there, and Roland Murphy of RGM, and all of these watchmakers you just hear about, and you never get a chance to meet. So that's one of the things that I really enjoy about that. But probably what I like the most is that you're going around and you have people talking about watches, and they're showing each other their watches, and it's sort of like I don't want to call it a watch zoo, but it's just people who have that interest, and there's, at least from what I could see, there really wasn't any snobbishness. I mean, it's like the worst place to be a snob, because the watch is there. I mean, there's going to be some guy with a watch that's going to make yours look like a cheap quartz, because there's so many and they're so great. And so you have people who they're excited about their watches, and they take them off and they'll show them to you, and you show them yours, and you talk about watches and what you want next, and so on and so forth. And what it does is that the watch show is not only an opportunity for the watchmakers to contact clients and potential clients, but it's also a chance for watch collectors to get to see things that they probably couldn't see at home. Their home, I mean, unless they live in some place like Miami or New York or Los Angeles, where they have just about every watch you could possibly want to see. And so that's one of the things about it that I like. It is, but the most important is the people. A lot of people that we talk to online, we have no idea what they look like or anything else. Some we do, and so when you meet them and talk to them, it's really a lot of fun. We have everybody puts their watch in. They have a dog pile for it, and they take a picture of it, and they do a lot of things like that, and those make for tremendous memories. And over the years, the number of people that you'll meet again and again increases, because the the number, first of all, it seems to have been growing. That's one of the things. When I went, the first one was only about 4 years ago, and not only one in New York, but they have them in different cities. I think L.A. and maybe Chicago and some of the bigger cities. But that I think is the essence of a watch show, and you just that's I mean that was what I experienced, and I really enjoyed it a great deal. Well, listen, I want to thank Adam for his patience. We were finally able to get around to his really neat collection that he has. I mean, this is like super focused, super good watches, every one of them in his collection. And also the people at the WatchTime Show, they gave me a press badge, and I got to talk to them. You know, it was fun. And I think everybody I met there, we had a lot of fun too. So hope maybe next year this is something that you might want to do. And till next Friday, we'll be talking about watches again. This is Bill Sanders for Watch Art Side, the art and science of watch collection.